The last tick. Elena Voss stared at the photograph on her desk. The same photograph. Her own face staring back at her, calm, oblivious to the death that might come. Her hands trembled. The clock on the wall ticked. 3:16 a.m. Her phone lay beside her, silent now. She hadn't hung up. She hadn't dialed anyone. But the voice, the whisper, still haunted her ears. You're next. Every instinct screamed to run. But where? Every corner of her apartment, every street in the city, could be the stage for the next frozen death. She thought of the victims. Daniel Cray, the history professor with his books neatly stacked. The banker, the nurse, the writer. All seated, peaceful, yet gone. Their faces replayed in her mind like a grim slideshow. And each one had looked at her through that photograph, somehow, as if she were already in Eleanor Shaw's archive. Elena shook her head, trying to dismiss the growing panic. She needed a plan. Eleanor Shaw was precise. Eleanor was brilliant. If there was a pattern, there had to be a way to stop it. She rifled through the boxes she had brought from the old apartment. Letters, locks of hair, trinkets, tokens of people's lives now frozen in death. And then she saw it. A single, unmarked box hidden beneath the others. She opened it. Inside, a journal, brittle with age. The entries were Eleanor's. Not just daily notes, but confessions, regrets, and instructions. One passage froze Elena's blood. I cannot undo what I have done. The archive grows because secrets are eternal. But perhaps one can be released. One who faces the truth without fear may survive. Elena's breath caught. The truth. Her eyes darted to the photograph. She held it in her hands and saw not only herself, but the tiny details around her. Her clock, her desk, her life, captured perfectly. Eleanor wasn't just taking lives. She was taking their essence, their hidden selves, their secrets. A sound behind her, a whisper of movement. She spun around, heart hammering. The shadows in her apartment twisted. And there she was. Eleanor Shaw. Or a ghost, or something more than human. Standing at the edge of the room. Her eyes, sharp and unyielding, met Elena's. The years fell away. She looked exactly as she did in the photograph. The same slight smile curving her lips. You know why I am here. Elena whispered, voice trembling. Eleanor's smile widened. I preserve the truth, she said softly. I give it a form. But you can choose to let me go. Elena swallowed hard. How? Eleanor stepped closer, and the air grew heavy, thick with the weight of unspoken histories. Face yourself. Face your own secret. Only then will the clock move forward. Elena's mind raced. Her life flashed before her. Choices made. Regrets buried. The lives she'd overlooked or failed. And then she understood. She couldn't fight Eleanor with anger or fear. She had to confront her own truth. She knelt beside the photograph on her desk and spoke aloud. I've failed. I've let people down. I've hidden from the truth of who I am. I accept it. I take responsibility, and I am ready. The room grew still. The shadows softened. Eleanor's smile faded, replaced by a strange, serene calm. The photograph shimmered, then crumbled to ash in Elena's hands. Her clock ticked, slowly at first, then steadily, the hands moving forward. 3:17. 3:18. Elena exhaled, tears streaming down her face. The terror had passed, but the weight of everything she had faced lingered. She was alive, but she would never be the same. She had touched the edge of death, looked into the abyss of secrets, and survived. And somewhere, in a quiet corner of the city, Eleanor Shaw's archive waited. Empty, patient, and eternal. But Elena Voss had learned the hardest truth of all. Some darkness cannot be destroyed, only acknowledged. The clock ticked onward. Life, fragile and fleeting, continued.